Welcome to Plymouth Neighbourhood Care Networks. This is just a bit of a test to see whether a video welcome is going to work. What I just wanted to do was put a bit of a face to the networks and explain a bit about what they are, a little bit about what they're not, and why POP is involved and what we think is really important. But first, thank you for joining, and I hope that what we can do is work really productively together into the future. So the purpose of the networks is to connect people that might not have naturally met before. So the idea is that we connect community groups together and we connect people that are paid to work in the area, such as care workers, into community groups and vice versa. So the aim is that what we do is we maximise the amount of time and resources that we've got to support people in the community. By connecting across these different groups of people, what we're going to be able to do is share some really great information about what's going on in the community and what the community needs. And in that way, what we do is we create bridges between these different groups as well as bridges across Plymouth, because the issues that you're facing in your neighbourhood will be very similar to the issues faced by another group in another neighbourhood. And being able to share across the city is a really powerful way of ensuring that we're maximising people's time and learning. The networks are not going to be places where the responsibility is taken away from you to do what you think is right. They're there for you to come into and maximise the amount of resources that you've got, the time that you've got, and make even better use of that. What we think is really important within the networks, and this comes from learning from the last 5 or 6 years of leading networks, running networks, developing networks, is that relationships, trust and transparency are absolutely critical to ensure the healthy working of any network. So what we've done with that in mind is put together a package of support for the networks to help you function in the best possible way. So part of that support is going to be support around the technology. So we'll be able to support you to set up a phone and text line. We'll be able to support you in the use of Slack, which is a critical tool in order to keep conversations transparent, make it more manageable than an email distribution list. We'll be able to support you to think through how you might use technology to ensure the safety of any connections that are being made out there in the community. We've also put in a little bit of direct support there available to you. So we've got a little bit of funding. So should you wish to use the funding on developing the network or the funding directly into your community, that's your decision. We've also arranged with the Chronicle to have some space in the newspaper so that you can shout about the good work that you're doing, as well as get information out into the community. In line with recognising the importance of relationships and trust, we've put together a speakeasy space where that is going to be an opportunity for you to discuss any issues that are arising, both practical, but also between and within the operation of the network. So that what we are able to do is generate a way of working and a culture that allows people to come into the space and be who they are and work as effectively as possible together. Finally, and connected to POP's role working strategically across the city, we'll maintain a focus on developing the operational guidance, making sure it's fit for purpose. We'll be making sure that we're connecting citywide and feeding information as best we can into the networks in a way that is helpful. And we'll be connecting with the Good Neighbours scheme to ensure that what we're able to do is reconnect the volunteers that have volunteered at the city level back into the communities to help you do your job even better. POP's really excited about leading this work because not only do we feel that it's going to start really building relationships that didn't exist before, but that those members of community that need help right now are going to be able to access it in the way that is most effective. And we think it's a really good way to respond to COVID by building on what amazing work is happening in the community alongside the amazing work that's happening in paid services. We'll always be looking to make sure that our support is the best it can be, so please feed anything back to us that you think we should be aware of. And finally, massive thank you again for joining us on this journey. I think it's going to be a great effective solution for the response to COVID. And I'm really hopeful that it will be a solution that will go past COVID and into the future. Thank you.